Yes, sir. Let's go. First fish of the day. Little dink off a bed. Beautiful. Little buddy's home. Right back. Right back to his little home. Caught a fish on the good old drop shot, and the juiciest pond on earth, full of dinks. All right, so this right here is the Shimano SLX. It is a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod. It costs $100. This is the Shimano Sellus. It is also a 7-foot medium heavy fast action, but this is $50. They're both rods made by Shimano. The difference is $100 plus cosmetic things. So I'm going to be going over the differences, what's better for what, and which one I prefer. So we're going to start with the Sellus. So once again, this is $50. The looks, it is quite blue. It is blue all the way down to the tip. It is it's interesting. I would prefer it not to be so blue, but it's $50. It's a cheap rod. And you know, a great thing with cheap rods is that you don't care. I genuinely don't care how I treat this rod because it's $50. And I understand that $50 can get you a lot of stuff. But for a rod, it's not a whole lot. So that's nice. So something that I have read online is that the medium heavy is not heavy enough to be used for jigs and Texas rigs. And I agree and disagree. I have caught fish with jigs and Texas rigs on this rod, but it is pretty light, especially compared to the SLX. So my two complaints with this rod. So number one is the color. Don't love the color, but it's whatever. And I wish I had a little bit more backbone. For medium heavy, it's a little bit more on the medium side, but it's not terrible. It's quite all right. All right, so the SLX rod. So we'll start with the looks. I think that it looks really good, especially with the SLX DC reel on there. It's just a beautiful combo. You know, there's some carbon fiber right there. Obviously it's fake, but it looks nice. I like the nice blue accents that go all the way down. So it matches up perfectly with the SLX reel. So I really like the looks. So compared to the Shimano Sellus rod, this has a lot more backbone. It's a lot stronger. It is definitely a medium heavy. And I feel quite confident throwing a Texas rig or a jig on this thing. I think that overall it's more comfortable to use because of the weight. I think that it's a little bit heavier where it needs to be. You know, I like my equipment to be a little heavy just because that's the way it is. You know, in my mind, I assume, or I feel that more weight the higher quality it is. I feel like this is a lot more durable than the Sellus, but at the same time I spent an extra $50, so I'm gonna treat it a little nicer than I am the Sellus. But I do feel that it is quality. So for the average person, for just the average Joe that wants to, it doesn't have a bunch of rod and reel combos, they need one rod, one reel. Which one should you choose? I'm gonna go ahead and say that you should get the SLX. The SLX for $100 is great. I feel it's more durable. It feels better. It performs better. And I think that if you're just gonna have one rod, one reel, you need to have quality. And I'm not saying go and spend $200 on a reel. You can spend another $100 on the reel and have the full SLX with the SLX rod and reel. So that's my take on that. I think that the SLX is a better rod, and I think for the extra $50 you do get a lot more. Thanks for watching. Hey, what's up guys? So the fishing this week hasn't been fantastic, but figured I'd throw in my little garden update into this video. The rosemary is doing perfect. It's looking excellent. Whatever this is also doing great. I'm still waiting for it to flower, but it's looking very healthy. I have some more rosemary down there. I took 2 Home Depot buckets and filled those up. I'm not sure what I'm going to use those for yet, but I'll plant something here. I have some more tomatoes. They're not looking fantastic. I don't really know why, but they are there. They are living. My chives got eaten by something. I'm pretty mad about that. Cilantro, doing great. Peppers. I added some mulch down here. I think it just makes it look a little bit nicer and helps retain moisture. Tomato plant is doing fantastically. It's starting to flower. It's quite beautiful. And these peppers are doing okay. They are living. So there's my little garden update for you. I think so far it's doing pretty well. Here in a few months, the tomato plant should start flowering, or I should just start getting fruit from the tomato plant. I'm really excited about that.